We have a very simple job today. We're going to replace the front sway bar bushings. I've got the new bushings here, and it's an easy job, but I'm just going to document this for you for anybody who otherwise might not be familiar with it. We don't even have to take the wheels off, which is the easiest kind of job. We can just drive the front end up onto some ramps. Underneath the car here, you can see you can just follow the sway bar from the wheel on the other side, and it just curves around here, and then here's a bracket. They're just two nuts or bolts holding this in. We're just going to remove this bracket and replace this bushing, and there'll be one that we do on the passenger side and one on the driver's side. Once you've removed these two 12 millimeter connectors with a socket, you can just take this bracket. You'll be able to just kind of work it off right there. And we're going to do both sides to give the sway bar a little bit of play so that we can easily get this bushing out, which we could probably work out here, but it's easier if we can drop the sway bar just a little bit because it's this is a normal split right here. Once you have both of those brackets removed, you'll be able to pretty easily just pull the sway bar down a little bit, enough to work the rubber bushings off. These are the original bushings. They're actually not bad. They looked a little bit weird from the outside, but the bushings are fine. I'm probably just going to save them in case I need to put them back on later. I do want to point out that on this Del Sol SI, the 93, even in the original sales manual that I have, says that the front sway bar is 21 millimeters diameter. And luckily, I measured mine with a caliper before ordering new ones. And mine measured to 22, which was a little bit odd, I thought, but then it's definitely 22 because when I pull these old bushings off here, I don't know if you can read that, but right on the bottom, it says it's a 22 millimeter diameter bushing. So luckily, that's what I ordered instead of just going with all the guides that said to get a 21 millimeter bushing. So just measure your sway bar before you order anything. Actually, installing the new bushings is a piece of cake because they are split. So you just kind of open the split here and work it around the bar. It is a good thing I took off those old bushings. Even though they're fine, I'm going to use the opportunity to clean up the area on the sway bar right there. Then I'll just put the new bushings on both sides and reinstall the brackets and retorque them. When you're trying to get the bolts back in, you might have a little bit of trouble with this one because this bolt is barely long enough to reach the threading on the side unless this is sitting flush. So because it's a new bushing, which isn't like fully compressed yet, I just use a floor jack to push up on this part of the sway bar right here, just to bring these two pieces a little bit closer together so I could get that threading started. The sway bar brackets are torqued back down to spec, which is 16 foot-pounds, and this job is complete.